Just thought I'd share this little record player with you. I showed this in a video probably a couple of years ago. This is my Emerson big portable phono. And I'm actually quite pleased at how it sounds and how it performs. Very simple little player. Does 78s, 33s, which we have a album on now, and I'm going to play you probably a few minutes of this. 45s and 16s. But this is a nice sounding little record player. I'm not kidding. It sounds really good. But I did some cleanup on it tonight and cleaned the stylus and just learning a little bit about it. But these apparently were quite popular, and you know, I'm sure they sell for small fortunes on eBay and some of the other auction sites, but for what this thing is, which is you know, clearly a very entry-level type machine, it's darn good, and definitely sounds better than your run-of-the-mill modern-day Crosleys or Victrolas. And I could be mistaken. I haven't really looked underneath this thing, but I think it might be a magnetic cartridge. I could be wrong, and I'm sure folks will jump on me on YouTube telling me otherwise, but I want to say that is a magnetic pickup. Once again, I could be entirely off, but let's listen to this thing. This is a spoken word album, and because of YouTube's copyright craziness, my choices are very limited. But this is 1969, A Record of the Year, produced by CBS News, narrated by Charles Kuralt. Obviously the year we landed on the moon, Joe Namath won the Super Bowl. I think that's Mary Jo Kopechne. Nixon, Vietnam, all kinds of craziness that happened that year. But why don't we give this thing a spin? Maybe we'll start with side one, and I'll show you how this sucker sounds. I think it sounds great.
This is a record of the final year of a challenging decade. It is a chronicle of what we said and did in 1969, some of the events from which future generations will choose their history.
After a decade of planning, hard work, we're willing and ready to attempt to achieve our national goal, and we're very happy to be ready to fly.
We're down to 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. We should see fire. 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. We have tremendous flame out there. All engines, and we have liftoff. She's rising. She's yawing now to clear the tower. That slight yaw. Now the huge tail is passing the tower. She's lifting up. We have tower clear. We have tower clear. We're beginning to feel the first thunderous roar. I can see her rising now as she's going up straight into the roll program, which she should be completing. We should expect to hear from the astronauts as this spit of land is beginning to shake with the power of it. The power of it as it goes through a slight wisp of cloud.
In 1969, CBS News correspondent Reed Collins described the start of an epic journey, the blastoff of Apollo 11 on its incredible mission to land men on the moon. But the sweep of time that was to become the year of Apollo began on different notes. One was a prediction by the new Vice President of the United States, Spiro Agnew.
I fully feel that by the time a year has gone by, and I've been functioning in this expanded Vice President's role that's been given me, that what I do and what I stand for is going to be so obvious it's going to be very difficult for the people who are attempting to cast me in the role of the Neanderthal man to continue to think that way.
1969 also began with the world's longest living heart transplant patient, Dr. Philip Bleiberg, thankful for his health.
I've never been as fit as this in my life. I had a heart attack 13 years ago. And if I tell you I'm fitter today than I ever was before the heart attack.
1969 was the year Senator Edward Kennedy began by being elected Senate Whip. In good humor, he talked of another election.
Now, I want to say right now there's been a great many stories about 1972. There's a great many stories about Muskie-Kennedy ticket and the Kennedy-Muskie ticket. I want to just say tonight, right now, there's absolutely no truth to those stories. Ed Muskie hasn't picked a vice president yet.
I think it sounds pretty good. Really impressed with this little machine, and I got this thrifting, didn't pay a lot of money for it, of course, and it's in great condition, cosmetically as well as electronically. So we've got a tone control, volume control, which also doubles as our power on. I have not tested the speed on this machine yet, but it seems to be very accurate. And the only mystery for me at this point is that cartridge, if it is a magnetic or a ceramic. I'm gonna say it's a magnetic, unless proven otherwise. So feel free to leave some comments, let me know your thoughts, and hope you enjoyed this video on the Emerson big portable phono. Take care for now.